Hey guys, I'm Yes or No, and today I was inspired by one of your comments on my last video. It was from Miss Lou. She writes, how can you continue to study and learn when peers are constantly pressuring you to do something else? Parties, etc. This might be a dumb question. Miss Lou, there is no such thing as a dumb question, except for these ones that I found online and I'm gonna share with you right now. Student asked how to spell DNA. What do you mean I can't copy and paste my essay from the internet? Or I especially like this one. Had a student ask, why did this triangle have 4 sides? Had to explain that it was a rectangle. Yeah. But Miss Lou, on the scale of legitimate to what you just saw in those questions, yours is a question that deserves an answer. I'm gonna tweak your question a little bit and make it not just about school and studying, but about peer pressure in general. Now, I found personally that there are 2 types of peer pressure. There's the one that you know, kinda wanna indulge in a little bit and like, oh, you're like, probably shouldn't. And then there's the other one that like ruins your life. So the first one, I've seen it in my life where it's like, ooh, all my friends are pressuring me to eat chocolate, really shouldn't. And then there's the other one that ruins your life where it's like, all my friends want me to do some heroin. No, I definitely shouldn't. I definitely should not. All right, so 2 different types of peer pressure, right? I'm first gonna talk about the one that you kinda wanna indulge in, but like, can't do it all the time. Okay, so, Miss Lou, you asked me, how do you be a good student, you know, a good Urkel, when your friends are trying to pull you away and be the Kesha, the party animal they know and love? Because they know the party don't start till you walk in. Yeah, no, but tick-tock on the clock, like you got some homework to do. So the way I always used to deal with this is I would go as hard as I could in my alone time, you know, studying, working, what have you, so that whenever my friends came and were pressuring me into hanging out, you know, this is all hypothetical because what friends did I have? I was ready to go hang out with them, right? Because I had done all my work. I apply the same habit, the same strategy to eating healthy and not drinking too much. Whenever I'm on default mode, you know, just chilling with myself, like what's good? I'm trying to eat as healthy as possible, like getting my fruits and veggies, and like solo drinking is like no drinking for me. Because when you are doing so well by yourself and one of your friends wants to kind of pull you off of that straight and narrow path, then you can kind of let them do it a little bit and you haven't strayed so far that you can't find your way back. Yeah, it's getting metaphorical up in here. All right. But now what about those things that are actually low-key, etch-a-sketch, scary? You can't shake those from your memory. Yeah, I'm talking about when somebody pressures you and you actually don't want to do it. Now, when I was initially thinking about how to answer Miss Lou's question, I started thinking about Greek mythology. Greek mythology, a place where the stories are fictional, but the lessons are too real. So, the lesson we're taking today is coming from the Odyssey. It's the story of Odysseus and the Sirens. Basically, Odysseus is this great old adventurer, and the Sirens are these half bird, half woman-like creatures, right? And they are great singers. They're like the Beyonce of the sea. So what they do is they lure men in with their voices, and sailors come to the Sirens Island, but the Sirens Island is so rocky that the sailor ships break and they go down into the sea, never to be heard from again. Casual. Yeah, no, but that's what happens. Odysseus so desperately wants to listen to the song of the Sirens, so he asks his own sailors to plug their own ears with wax and to tie him to a pole. Yeah. And so when the sailors sail past the Sirens, only Odysseus can hear the song. And he screams and screams and screams for his sailors to let him off this boat and go and be with the Sirens, but them having wax in their ears, they're totally rational and they're just like, hell no, Odysseus, like you told us not to. You're our captain, you're staying on this boat. And so no matter how badly he wants to succumb to the siren song, spoiler alert, they live. And so how does this relate to peer pressure? Well, you, my friend, are Odysseus. And the peer pressure is the sirens. But you need to find somebody with wax in their ears, preferably your Aunt Bertha, who will just tie you down and say no. And this is actually where having strict parents can be super handy, because when your friends are calling you, you know, like, hey, you know, come and meet us at 11 o'clock at the corner of 4th and Fremont Street, which I don't know why your friends are Panic at the Disco all of a sudden, but when they do that, then you can just be like, nah, man, you know, I can't, you know, my parents have physically locked me in the house, you know, they're crazy. But that can help you get out of a lot of situations. And I'm not telling you to lie, but if you could actually find somebody who gives you a reason not to be able to go to this other thing, or find some other event, then use it. All right, now we gotta get you strong enough to say no. Because no means no, and people know what no means. This is a thing, right? I feel like I shouldn't have to mention this, but a good friend will listen to you when you tell them what you need. And when you tell them what you need is not to do something, then a good friend will not leave you. A good friend will not belittle you. A good friend will understand. And you know what? A good friend, and I mean genuinely good, like a cool human being, will respect you for knowing what you want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I really, really, really want. Sick of saying no. Learn how to say no, you guys. It's not easy. It's one of those things that's easier said than done, I realize. And it's one of those things that comes with knowing who you are and what you want and gaining more confidence through the years. But the earlier you can learn to vocalize your disapproval of something, the more you'll be able to focus on what it is you really want to do. Don't give your time to people who are just gonna waste it, right? The only person who should be wasting your time is you. So let me not waste any more of yours. I will get out of here. I really enjoyed this talk. Yes or no, if you have any more questions, topics, what have you, throw them to me in the comments down below. I'll catch you on the flip side, home skillets. Peace.